All right, everyone. So let us start.
Yeah.
Just a second more. All right. So welcome everyone to Flames Quiz Game Week 4. Today on seat 1 we have Mihir. Seat 2 is Jim. Seat 3 is Sapan, and seat 4 is Daniel. Usual rules you all are well aware of. Please keep your hands visible at all times, and we can understand since Mihir is in the car, so he his one hand only will be visible. And please do not discuss the questions anywhere, even on the social media, till the end of the game week. Okay, that's all.
Okay.
Let's start.
Yeah.
Okay, good luck, everyone.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
First one for Mihir. In the late 2010s, Pantone teamed up with which late night show host and comedian to release a shade of orange as a tribute to him? The color named Team Coco Orange was introduced in a YouTube video by this comedian in his standard self-deprecating style.
Is it David Letterman?
Not David Letterman. So it will pass on to Jim now.
Yes.
You are passing. Sapan.
Conan O'Brien.
Brilliant answer. This is Conan O'Brien. +1 for you. You can see the answer even. This is Conan O'Brien. Yeah. Next one for you, Mihir, is this. Holi, the festival of colors, has been depicted in Bollywood through many evergreen songs. Barse Gulal Rang More Angwa, Apne Hi Rang Be Rangte Mohe, Sajanwa, Holi Aaye Re Kanhai. This Holi song from Mother India in 1957 celebrates the arrival of festival of colors in one's garden. While the lyrics were penned by Shakil Baduyani and it was sung by Shamshad Begum, who composed the music. This 1981 Dada Sahab Phalke awardee also composed the music for the magnum opus Mughal-e-Azam.
Is it S.D. Burman?
Not S.D. Burman, goes to Jim.
Pass.
Daniel.
Pass.
And Sapan.
Pass.
Everyone passing this. The right answer is Naushad Ali, being the composer, Naushad Ali. All right.
I guess.
Turn for Jim now. There we go. The 1900 novel on which this 1939 movie is based described it as silver, but filmmaker Noel Langley changed it to ruby or red to make use of the new Technicolor system. Which movie that has made this one of the film history's most valued memorabilia now on display at the Smithsonian?
The Wizard of Oz.
Brilliant answer. That is correct. Quick and fast. Wizard of Oz is right. Next one for you, Jim, is this. With a strong peppery, nutty flavor, which type of salad green gets its name from a diminutive of the Latin word eruca, which once designated a particular plant in the family Brassicaceae and not from its resemblance to a cylindrical projectile. The seeds of this plant are used for flavoring oils, while the greens are good complements to salads, soups, and sandwiches.
Rocket.
Is the right answer. I could have also accepted arugula. See the answer. It is indeed rocket. Next one is for Sapan. First one. Which vivid colors name comes from the flower shown? The flower is in turn named for the 16th century German botanist Leonhard Planck. The botanist's surname is the German for an animal of the genus Vulpes.
Should be fuchsia.
Perfect answer. That is correct. Absolutely
Nice.
right. We can see that even. Just a second. Yeah, it's the fuchsia. Fuchs is the German word for fox of the genus Vulpes. Moving ahead, second one for you, Sapan. Baby Let's Play House is a song written by Arthur Gunter, but most of us are familiar with the 1955 cover by Elvis. Elvis replaced Gunter's line, "You may get religion," with the words, "You may have a blank blank," referring to what custom painted 55 Fleetwood model that was his band's transportation at the time. The infatuation with these in 20th century American music began with Chess Records offering these to rhythm and blues musicians Muddy Waters and Chuck Berry, both blanks necessary. To answer. Last 10 seconds, Sapan.
Not really sure. Chevrolet Corvette.
Not Chevrolet Corvette. Moving ahead, going to Daniel.
Pass.
Mihir.
Greyhound bus.
Not Greyhound bus. Jim.
Yes.
Okay, we all missed the answer, which was pink Cadillac.
I was so.
Damn,
Okay.
damn.
I should have gone.
I
So
even
close,
thought of
so
Cadillac and
close.
then yeah.
Mm.
Nice.
All right. Going to Dan now. Here we go. Wiz Khalifa's 2010 song Black and Yellow is primarily associated with the sports team from which US city, who wear uniforms of that color?
Pittsburgh.
Absolutely
Very
correct.
nice.
Pittsburgh is the answer. The team
Yes.
being Pittsburgh Pirates, Pittsburgh Steelers, and Pittsburgh
Steelers.
Penguins.
Yeah.
Absolutely correct. Last one for this round for Daniel again. Mollusks are an animal source used widely to derive pigments. While 250,000 mollusks were used to secrete 1 ounce of prized purple dye until the synthetic version was accidentally discovered. The Greek word for cuttlefish gives its name to what brown pigment derived from its ink sac. It is also the name of a light, warm brown filter used in editing.
Sepia.
Is the right answer. Very well done.
Ooh,
Sepia is correct.
Awesome.
This is sepia. End of round one with this scores. Everybody is on 2 apiece. With Mihir will definitely score from round 2. Here we go. First one for Mihir. Its commercial production starting in the 1940s. Which type of lettuce or a salad green was the only variety bred to survive cross-country travel? The most popular type of salad green in the US, where it is often paired with a pizza. Its name comes from the way the green lettuce heads were packed before the advent of the refrigerated train car.
Is it basil?
I heard basil, but that is not correct. Going to Jim.
Iceberg lettuce.
Iceberg lettuce is absolutely correct. Also known as the crisp head. It is the iceberg as being packed in piles of ice. Next one we hear is this. While the song came out in 1966, some felt it was a song about drugs since the barbiturate brand Nembutal was sold in pills of blank color. However, that wasn't the case, and in 2 years, it had inspired an animated film and later became the nickname of the Villarreal FC football stadium ground. Which song is this? Last 10 seconds.
Pass.
Daniel?
Yellow Submarine.
Perfect answer. That is
Good
correct.
answer.
Yellow Submarine is right.
That's, Liverpool play them this week. So.
Yeah.
Next one, Jim. Which Georgia-born musician, unfortunately blinded in his childhood, came to prominence for his integration of blues music with country, soul, and pop through the album's Modern Sounds in 1962. He himself played a cameo in the titular movie about his life that fetched Jamie Foxx the Best Actor Academy Award for portraying him.
Ray Charles.
Is the right answer. Very well done. Ray Charles is right. Next one, Jim, is this. 10 years after John Huston directed Humphrey Bogart in The Maltese Falcon, Huston made which film the first color film for himself, for Bogart, and for co-star Katharine Hepburn? The 2021 Dwayne Johnson, Emily Blunt Disney movie Jungle Cruise has a lot of thematic similarities.
African Queen.
That's a brilliant answer again. 2 on 2. Well done. African Queen is the right answer.
Thank you.
Next one, Sapan, is this. While this American action TV show ran for only 1 season in 1967-68, It became a cult favorite owing to the future fame acquired by Bruce Lee, who played the valet or chauffeur or a bodyguard, Kato, of the titular Vigilante, which show with a theme appropriately inspired by Rimsky-Korsakov's Flight of the Bumblebee and featuring a car called Black Beauty is this?
Green Hornet.
Is the right answer. Plus one
Nice.
again. Next one. वो तेरी मलमल की कुर्ती गुलाबी हो गई मनचली चाल कैसे नवाबी हो गई तो. These lyrics from the song Balam Pichkari 2013 talk about the dress turning pink while playing Holi. Which rock musician turned music director turned singer performed this on screen along with Shalmali Kolgade, even though he wasn't the composer?
Vishal, is that enough?
Vishal is enough. I can accept that. Vishal Dadlani is it full name?
Dadlani, okay.
Yeah, but Vishal is also acceptable. You can see that. Vishal of the pair Vishal and Shekhar. That is good. Plus one goes to you. Dan, your turn. Plus one for you. One of the three feature-length films with James Dean as the star, which Elia Kazan movie that was based on a Nobel winner's interpretation of the Cain and Abel story was his first in color.
One of two.
Last 10 seconds, Daniel.
Rebel Without a Cause.
Not Rebel Without a Cause.
Never
Mihir.
one.
That was my guess. Pass.
Jim.
East of Eden.
Yeah.
That is the right answer. East of Eden. Perfect answer.
Yep.
Absolutely correct.
Great, Jim.
Last one for
Thanks.
this round. Which 1892 short story by Charlotte Perkins Gilman is regarded as a pioneering work of American feminist literature for its illustration of the attitudes towards mental and physical health for women. It makes use of an unreliable narrator in order to gradually reveal the degree to which her husband has imprisoned her, eventually believing herself to have become the woman trapped behind the blank that is plastered around her.
Makes sense. One behind.
Last 10 seconds.
Pass. I can't think of any cogent. No, pass.
Okay, I'm passing you. Goes to Mihir.
Is it green wallpaper?
Not green wallpaper. Sapan.
Yellow wallpaper.
Indeed, yellow
Excellent.
wallpaper. Sorry there, Mihir. Answer was yellow wallpaper.
And actually,
See that? Yeah. All right. End of round two with this. Let us quickly start the third round. First one for Mihir. The three-word title of this 1881 painting by Robert Gibb, depicting an incident at the Battle of Balaclava in 1854, where 500 infantry from the 93rd Sutherland Highlanders stood firm against a force of 2,500 Russian cavalrymen, came from a description by a war correspondent of the Times. What title, also the name of a 1998 war film, is this?
Is it Band of Brothers?
Not Band of Brothers. Daniel
the Thin Red Line.
is the right answer. It is the Thin Red
Oh,
Line.
Nice.
Absolutely correct. Here is the answer. The Thin Red Line. Moving ahead, second one for you, Mihir. Alongside Freddie King and Albert King, who completes the trio, often christened as the Three Kings of the Blues Guitar. Even though his thrill may have been gone in 1970, he swept the Grammy for the Best Traditional Blues Album 7 times between 1992 and 2009.
It's BB King.
BB King is perfect
I'm
answer.
losing signal. It's BB King.
Yeah, BB King is correct. We have heard you loud and clear. That is the right answer. And with this, everyone is there on the scoreboard. Well done. Next one is for Jim now. What type of skull cap is worn by Jewish males to fulfill the customary requirement that the head be covered as per the Torah? While they may come in many colors or styles, each color represents a religious movement, such as crop for Zionism, satin for conservative Judaism, black among Yeshivish, etc.
Yarmulke.
I can accept that. Yarmulke is correct. Also, acceptable answers were kippa and kopel. We can see that. Okay, right one. Moving ahead, second one for Jim. Partially based on Robert E. Howard's creation of a female swashbuckler from his 1934 short story, The Shadow of the Vulture. This character debuted in Marvel's Conan the Barbarian in 1973. Having acquired her powers from the goddess Skethach, which superheroine is this? Seeing portrayed by Bridget Nielsen in a 1985 film.
Red Sonja
Is the right answer. Very well done. It is Red Sonja. And here is the answer.
Nice.
Next one is for Sapan now.
Thanks.
The usual lettuce used in Caesar salad. What type of lettuce or a salad green commonly used in Middle Eastern cuisine? Apparently reached Western Europe via Rome. Used in Passover Seder ritual feast as a type of a bitter herb, it symbolizes the bitterness inflicted by the Egyptians while the Israelites were slaves in Egypt.
Romaine.
Is the right answer. Very well done. Via Rome. Romaine is the right answer. You can see that even. This is Romaine. Next one is now for Sapan again. Second one. Just 1 second. Yeah, here we go. On July 14, 1951, which sport earned the honor of being the first ever sport broadcast on color television? The competition, the Molly Pitcher Handicap, lasted 1 minute 46 seconds and was broadcast on CBS from Monmouth, New Jersey. Last 10 seconds, Sapan.
Horse racing.
Is the right answer. Very well
Good
worked
answer.
out from 1 minute 46 seconds. Excellent answer there. Dan, your turn. Here is the first one. Owing to the pink Cadillac appearing on the album cover of Who's Zoom In Who, 1985, and several times in the lyrics of the chart-busting Freeway of Love from the same album, a parade of 100 pink Cadillacs gathered, presumably out of respect, at whose funeral in August 2018? Last 10 seconds.
Prince.
Not Prince. Mihir.
This is Aretha Franklin.
Perfect answer. Aretha
Very nice.
Franklin is the right
Oh,
answer.
very nice. Yeah.
Super answer there. Here we sit it. Here it is. Aretha Franklin. Next one for Dan again. Last one for this round. And here we go. In 2016, Pantone confirmed the creation of a shade of blue for the private use of which entertainment mogul? He uses this shade of blue as his personal leitmotif. Incidentally, blue has a special significance in his personal life as well. Last 10.
Kanye West.
Not Kanye West. That is incorrect. Jim.
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z is correct. Absolutely right. Blue Ivy is his daughter, and the Blueprint and the Blueprint True were two of his hit albums.
Yes.
All right, end of round 3 with this, and we quickly go to the 4th round now for Mihir, first one. Even though the bathroom is set in the gold room in this 1980 movie, the director chose to color it red, perhaps to convey a chilling feeling or maybe to represent blood. Which movie is this bathroom a key element of?
Scarface.
Not Scarface, that is wrong. Moving ahead, going to
No,
Sapan.
Scarface. Scarface.
Not Scarface, not Scarface either. Sorry.
Yeah.
Goes to Sapan.
The Shining.
The Shining, indeed. Correct answer. Nice steal.
Yeah.
Shining is the correct answer. Let's see that as well. This is The Shining. Next one for Mihir again. A person with red hair is sometimes said to be a plank, after which 16th century Venetian painter who was notably fond of painting redheads. Examples of such paintings include Bacchus and Ariadne and Noli Me Tangere. In the 1960s, these redhead Barbie dolls were officially known as planks.
Is it brunette?
Not brunette. Goes to Daniel.
Titian.
Titian is the correct answer. Very well done. Indeed, Titian. Nice answer there.
Very nice.
There we can see that. Moving ahead, next one is for Jim. First one for you, Jim, is this. Many artists have done version of Wiz Khalifa song Black and Yellow, referencing colors of sport teams that they support. Lil Wayne did a version titled Green and Yellow in support of which sports franchisee? At Super Bowl, Pittsburgh Steelers used Black and Yellow as their fight song, while their opponent used Lil Wayne's Green and Yellow, marking the only time the same tune has been used as the fight song at a Super Bowl.
Green Bay Packers.
Green Bay Packers is correct. +1. Next one for you, Jim, is this. The 1981 number Rang Barse Bhigi Chunar Wali Rang Barse from Silsila is another holy anthem about colors written by the poet Harivansh Rai Bachchan, father of Amitabh, which flautist is contributed to the Beatles' 1968 B-side, The Inner Light, was its music director alongside Shiv Kumar Sharma.
Kumar.
Not Kumar. Goes to Sapan.
Hari Prasad Chaurasia.
That's a brilliant answer. It is Hari Prasad Chaurasia. Well done. Nicely. Yeah. All right, Sapan, we will stay with you. And your first one is this. Which brand partnered with Pantone to create a color titled Forever Green, which was inspired by the Everglades in Florida? The tribute is apt since the Everglades is the only place in the world where you find two similar looking reptiles coexisting in the same habitat.
Lacoste.
Is the right answer. Lacoste is
Very
correct.
my guess. Well done.
That is Lacoste. Moving ahead, second one for you, Sapan. Casting a haunting spell over the viewers, the shot of the titular creature in the pet store window is a standout imagery in the Francis Ford Coppola's 1983 black and white film. Based on a novel by S.E. Hinton, the film follows two brothers played by Mickey Rourke and Matt Dillon who take a wrong turn in life. Which film?
It's just fun.
Last 10 seconds.
Red Spider.
Not Red Spider. Daniel?
Rumblefish.
Perfect answer. Rumblefish is
It's a great film. Yeah.
well done. First one for you, Daniel, is this. What type of headgear made up of felt, traditionally of a crimson color, and a tassel attached to the top was a symbol of the Ottoman Empire, especially soldiers? It is named after the North African city from where the crimson berries to extract the color came from.
Fez.
Fez is absolutely correct. Also known as tarbush. Fez is right.
Yeah. Oh, Fez is a cool.
Fez or tarbush. Moving ahead, last one for you for round 4. Originally a young astronomer named Norinrad on the planet Zenla, he saved his home world from the planet devourer Galactus by serving as his herald. Imbued in return with Galactus' power cosmic, Rad roamed the cosmos searching for planets for Galactus to consume. Which comic character featured on the cover of Joe Satriani album that you see in the image is this?
Yeah, I love this album. It's the Silver Surfer.
Perfect answer. Silver Surfer.
Surfing with the Alien is the album. It's awesome. Yeah.
Indeed. So we are done with halfway into the quiz. Scores, Jim and Sapan are currently leading with 10 points each. Daniel is also not far behind. He's on 8. And Mihir has scored 2 good points. Starting the second half of the quiz. First one for me.
I'm just outside my basement. Can you guys hold on for 5 minutes? I'll get into my apartment.
Sure.
Yeah, I think that's
Thanks.
okay. Yeah,
Thanks a lot.
That's good. It's very tricky to keep hands on this nobody. I might just check the rugby score if that's all right. Or 14 all at half time. Okay, that's all right. 2 tries apiece. That's fine.
Better than before.
Yeah,
that's all right. That's okay. That's all right. Oh.
I guess if there were some close album credit reading on my part, I might not have had to have such a great knowledge of great Indian flautists. Know that answer.
Well, yeah, I mean there's unfortunately there's always going to be at least one or two Indian quads.
Yeah. Right.
Which is absolutely fair enough. It's
I want to learn.
Great competition. Yeah, and me too. Yeah, we have no problem with that. I think it's great.
Yeah. So it's hard to remember the most of it. Even when you hear the answer, it's like you forget it by the time you go through 50 other questions.
Yeah. Well, the thing that I've really revised and hasn't come up, I'm like, okay, Royal Challengers Bangalore, okay, the Lucknow Super Giants,
the cricket teams, yeah,
Gujarat Titans. I've learned all the IPL franchises, and they still haven't come up.
That's almost too easy for Indian.
Yeah,
players.
I guess of course it is. Yeah. So.
That's good knowledge.
Yeah.
I think there are some more weeks to go, so you never know. Might be in the
not
next
that
week.
long now. I think it's 2 more weeks after this. I'm not sure.
Yes, it's a short one. It's not 8 weeks, but 6 weeks, I guess.
And there's no playoffs or whatever it's called. So I think it's
might be not. I think that then the next season of FLQL will start after this.
No more break after this.
Yeah.
Now they've basically decriminalized marijuana in America, but at the time it was Khalifa, like about a year after that song was #1, he was touring in Nashville, and I was on vacation there, and it was front page news that him and his posse got arrested at the Holiday Inn in Nashville.
That's great.
Hello.
Yeah. That was a crazy times before. It's much better now.
Yeah, makes more sense. Yeah.
All right. All set. Mihir, you are comfortable. Can we start?
He's gone.
Oh, he's gone. He's just like, yeah, he's ready. Oh, he's gone. All right, he'll be fine. Yeah.
No.
Yes, sorry guys. Yeah,
No
I'm
worries.
back.
No.
No,
Oh,
it's, that was
All good. Can we start?
all
Yes.
good, yeah.
All right. Round 5, first one for you, Mihir, is this. Set in a titular Hawaiian tropical resort, which 2021 HBO satirical comedy brought actors Jennifer Coolidge and Murray Bartlett an award each for Best Supporting Actor in a limited series at the Critics' Choice TV Awards. The fact that the show is written, produced, and directed by a certain Mike White has nothing to do with its title.
Pass.
Okay, goes to Jim.
White Lotus.
The White Lotus is the right
Excellent.
answer. Absolutely correct. Second one, Mihir. Indian yellow was a dye used by JMW Turner and his Rajput Mughal counterparts. It was produced exclusively in Bihar until its discontinuation in the early 1900s. While some studies say it came from plants, one explanation by the 19th century historian T.N. Mukherjee attributes its exceptional brightness and strong stench to what animal source revered in the subcontinent.
Is it the cow?
Sorry, can you repeat,
Cow,
please?
cow from the cow,
Prompt.
cow dung.
That is incorrect. Moving ahead. Next one. Next is Jim.
Yes.
Sapan.
Cow urine then.
That is the right answer. Unfortunately, cow dung was not acceptable.
Oh, you
These
got the wrong
cows-
end.
These cows were specifically fed mango leaves, which led to the yellow color.
Oh, wow.
So do not prompt on cow dung, as it was very specifically mentioned. So can't
You're right.
do that. Moving ahead. Next one for Jim. While the first arrangement in gray and black by James Whistler famously depicted his mother, which famous Scottish historian and philosopher who coined the term the dismal science for economics is depicted in Whistler's second arrangement in gray and black.
Hume.
Not Hume. That is incorrect. Mihir.
Pass.
Okay. Daniel
Pass.
and Sapan.
Pass.
Okay. One of the very few answers that go unanswered. Let us see.
Adam Smith.
It is not Adam Smith. It is
Oh, no.
Thomas Carlyle. Thomas Carlyle.
Carlyle.
Yeah.
Okay,
Alright.
okay.
All right. Next one for Jim is this. What sport's global popularity bloomed due to the spread of the color TV in the late 1960s? Before the color TV, this sport was not well perceived by the TV audience in a black and white format since it was difficult to discern color differences. However, it all changed when David Attenborough, then the BBC controller, organized a televised competition called Pot Black.
Snooker.
Is the right answer. Pot
Very
Black
nice.
being the hint. Sapan, your turn. First one for you. An Italian version of Wiz Khalifa's Black and Yellow was titled Rosanero, Black and Red. This version was named in tribute to what sporting group? Last 10 Sapan.
AC Milan.
Is the right answer. Very well done.
I was not
Yes,
sure if it was.
Next one for you. The red dye carmine is extracted from this insect, a parasite of the prickly pear plant. In fact, the word carmine and crimson are likely related to the Sanskrit krimi or insect. Carmine was the third greatest import out of the New World after gold and silver, being sought after by Raphael and the Rembrandt, and continues to be used in cosmetics. Which insect is this that lends its name to an adjective meaning red? Last 10 seconds.
Beetle.
Not Beatles. Beatles is
I regret
incorrect.
this.
Mihir,
Is it Cochineal?
absolutely correct. This is Cochineal. Very well done.
Very nice.
Nice.
Cochineal is the right answer. Nice deal by there, Mihir. Second one for you. First one for you, Dan. Which mother of the blues, known for her morning singing, recorded some of the earliest versions of traditional blues songs, such as Bo Weevil Blues in 1923 and Moonshine Blues in 1923. Her song with her name in it became the title and the subject of an August Wilson play that was adapted into a 2020 movie with Viola Davis playing her.
Billie Holiday.
Not Billie Holiday. That is
No,
incorrect.
yes.
Mihir,
Is it Diana Ross?
not Diana Ross. Jim,
Ma Rainey.
Ma Rainey
Yes.
is the correct
Oh, and he's
one.
Black Bottom.
That
Yeah,
is
got the wrong
correct.
film. Yeah.
Thanks.
That is the right answer. Also accepted was Gertrude Bridget. Moving ahead, next one for Dan again. Which artist once explained that blue has no dimension, it is beyond dimensions, and hence painted monochromes in a brilliant ultramarine meant to suggest that the infinity of sea and sky. In 1960, he registered a formula for his color IKP with the French curve. Last 10 seconds.
I'll pass. I don't have anything.
Okay, you are passing this. Goes to Mihir.
I'm guessing IK stands for Eve Klein.
I can give it to you. It's absolutely
Okay.
correct. It is Yves Klein, and IKB
Nice,
is
yeah.
International Klein Blue. So Klein is the
Oh,
right
very
answer.
nice.
So can you see
Nice.
that even? It is Klein, correct. Next one is for round 6. Mihir, first one for you. What type of headgear, typically red and occasionally purple, was a symbol of a Catalan identity until the 19th century? The red is apt considering the red-yellow combination of the Catalan flag. The gear also names the revolt of the Catalans against the government of King Charles II of Spain.
Sorry, pass.
Okay, goes to Daniel.
Pass.
Jim,
Pass.
Sapan.
This is a popular trivia question. I just can't remember. I can never remember what it is.
When I can hear it.
The answer is Darity, no?
Yes.
That is the correct answer.
I was thinking of saying beret, and so that's good idea.
Mm.
Second one for you, Mihir. In 1954, director George Cukor made amends to his past mistake by directing the remake of which 1937 film, his first venture in color. Having passed on the opportunity to direct the 1937 classic, this time Cukor roped in Judy Garland as the female lead. This musical would be remade in the 1970s and the 2010s too, with great success.
Is it Cabaret?
That is incorrect. Moving ahead, this is for Daniel.
A Star is Born.
Perfect answer. That is correct. A Star is Born is the right answer. Well done. Next one for Jim. Jump in the Cadillac Girl, let's put some miles on it. Whose song, That's What I Like, with these lyrics was the world's 4th best-selling digital singer of 2017. According to Rolling Stone, this funky Honolulu-born artist is a real-life Cadillac owner, and his prized late model caddy named Bessie was the first thing he bought after getting his first album deal. 8 of his songs have reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100.
Bruno Mars.
Is absolutely correct. Also known as Peter Jean Hernandez.
I was blanking on the name there for a second.
Bruno Mars is indeed correct. Second one, Jim. Orpiment is an English pigment that produces a rich lemon or a canary yellow of high stability and made from arsenic sulfide. The ancient Egyptians used oppriment extensively in art, and the ancient Greeks were also fond of it. Even though oppriment is naturally occurring, it cannot be collected on a whim. So what geographical phenomena, after effects, have provided the source of oppriment from the time immemorial?
Volcanic eruptions.
That is the right answer. Well done.
Nice.
First one for you.
Thank you.
Sapan, your turn. First one for you for round 6. This Malayan singer and multi-instrumentalist blended Malayan music with his derivative American blues in a genre often called the desert blues. Which renowned musician is this, who collaborated with Rai Kuder on an album called Talking Timbuktu? One of his collaborations with Idrissa Mauro also featured in the Black Panther.
I'm not really sure. I'll say Yusundor.
Can you repeat, please?
Yusundor. It's like, I can't pronounce it.
That is incorrect.
Yusundor.
Daniel?
I think it's Ali Farka Toure.
That is the right answer. Ali Farka Toure is
Nice.
correct. Perfect one. You can see that even. That is the correct one. This is Ali Farka Toure. Good answer there. Moving ahead, second one for you, Sapan. A derivative of the older blue bonnet, what is the traditional tartan headgear with multicolored check pattern worn by Scottish men? Its name comes from the eponymous hero of a Robert Burns poem. Last 10 seconds.
Ivanhoe.
Not Ivanhoe. That is incorrect. Goes to Jim.
Pass.
Daniel?
Tam O'Shanter.
Is the right answer. Tam O'Shanter, or sometimes called the Tammy. That is the right answer. Next one is for Daniel now. And here we go. Between the Blue period and the African period lay which epoch in the life of Pablo Picasso, which began when he settled in Montmartre between 1904 and 1906. Unlike the more somber Blue period, this period represents more pleasant themes depicted in cheerful, vivid hues of red, orange, and pink, as seen in the painting in the image.
The Rose period.
Indeed, the Rose period. Plus one for
Very
you.
nice.
Rose period is right. Next. Red was used very sharply as shown in the image to represent lust in the Witch neo-noir film of 2005. The film's poster also reflects this with the title written in the bold red letters.
Oh, hang on, I'm blanking. Hang on. Sin City.
Is the right answer. Well
Thank
done.
Christ. Bloody hell.
Thanks.
Sin City is correct, and you get your point. End of round 6 with this, and let's start the penultimate round number 7 with Mihir. First one. The game Snoop Dogg and YG performed their version of Wiz Khalifa's song, which they titled Purp and Yellow, to show their support for which NBA franchise. A multiple-time winning team from this franchise is also the subject of the HBO series Winning Time.
Boston Celtics.
Not Boston Celtics.
Oh.
Jim?
Oh, damn.
Los Angeles Lakers.
That is the right answer. LA Lakers or Los Angeles Lakers was correct. Next one for you, Mihir, is this. Which football cup edition, year and country, I need both, was the first to be broadcast live in color? That wasn't the only first for this World Cup. It was also the first World Cup to have substitutes, the first time a player scored in every round, the first time Argentina failed to qualify for the World Cup, the first time Israel qualified, and the first time referee used cards.
$1980 Mexico.
Not 1980 Mexico. Sapan.
1970 Mexico, I think.
That is the right answer. It is 1970 Mexico. Very well done. Absolutely correct. This is 1970 Mexico. Moving ahead, first one for Jim. Renaissance and Baroque artists like Raphael and Vermeer used ultramarine blue for the only for the central figures in their paintings, especially the Virgin Mary, because of its hefty cost. This dye was extracted from a particular metamorphic rock that was then only found in one mountain range in Afghanistan. This rock gets its name from the Latin for stone and the Arabic for sky or heaven. Which rock is this? Two-word answer, please.
Lapis lazuli.
Indeed, correct. This is lapis lazuli. +1 for you. Next. In 1775, chemist Carl Scheele invented a cheap green pigment containing arsenic. Scheele's green became popular not only in painting, but in wallpaper for bedrooms, bathrooms, and even kitchens. While its successor, Paris green, is held responsible for some of the Monet's blindness, the use of Scheele's green in the bedroom wallpaper of one Longwood house on a French island is conjectured to have caused whose death in 1821. I'll give you some more time because image fully loaded just now. So you can take extra 5 seconds. Last 10 seconds now.
Frederick Chopin.
Not Chopin. Sapan.
Is it Napoleon?
Indeed, Napoleon. Perfect answer. It is Napoleon Bonaparte. Napoleon is the right answer. Very well done.
Talent.
We'll stay with you, Sapan. Your first one is this for round 7. Which 1962 film by Satyajit Ray about an upper-class Bengali family holidaying at a resort in Darjeeling overlooking the titular mountain was his first in color? This was also his first ever original screenplay. Last 10 seconds.
Damn it. Annapurna.
Not Annapurna. Mihir.
This is Kanchenjunga.
Kanchenjunga is the right
I was
answer.
thinking of Kanchenjunga.
Darjeeling and the mountain will give you
Thinking
Kanchenjunga.
of Kanchenjunga.
Nice seal there, Mihir. All right, second one. I'm Curious Yellow is a 1967 film by Vilgot Sioman and a companion film to 1968's I Am Curious Blue. The film includes footage from a real 1966 interview with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Olof Palme played himself in an uncredited role in it as well. But what item of national insignia inspired the nomenclature of the two films, originally intended to be one combined 3 + ½ film?
It's the Swedish flag.
Absolutely correct. This is the Swedish national flag. Easy one.
It's right there. Yeah, I know. It's on the screen.
All right. Dan, your turn. Here we go. A quirkily named South Indian coffee variant was originally called blank coffee, as which spiky and bitter salad green roots would be added to extract the full flavor from it. Ironically, today makers pride themselves on it being prepared from pure cow's milk, where no adulterants or blank is added. An alternative explanation for this coffee variant name is that it is made only with milk whose purity has been checked using a lactometer. We are looking for the bitter plant here and not the name of the derived coffee variant.
Christ.
Last 10 seconds, Daniel.
Kale. I've got no idea.
Not kale. Jim.
Thistle.
That is incorrect. Mihir?
I'll go with chicory.
That is correct answer.
Oh,
Chicory
yeah.
is the correct answer.
Of course,
Chicory.
yeah.
The coffee variant known as the degree coffee because it is checked by the lactometer and the markings, like due to the markings on the lactometer, it is called as a degree coffee.
Yes,
chicory
they used to
is
use chicory in World War One where they ran out of coffee.
Yeah.
They used,
Yeah.
Last one for
Nice.
this round. The song Ang Se Ang Lagana, Sajan Mere Aise Rang Lagana, Hug Me My Love When You Douse the Colors of Me, from the 1993 SRK, that is Shah Rukh Khan starrer Dar, was written by which celebrated lyricist and poet with 40 plus Filmfare nominations. The biography Nagme Kisse Baatein Yaadein tells the story of the soldier turned poet's work in hits such as Sholay, culminating in 2001's Yaadein, referenced in the title.
well, just pass. I have no idea. Pass.
Jim,
Pass.
Sapan,
Majrooh Sultanpuri.
not Majrooh Sultanpuri, Mihir.
Pass.
Okay, the right answer was Anand Bakshi, the famous lyricist from Indian cinema. That is Anand Bakshi. That was the right answer. All right. So we are now into the last round. A look on scores before that. Jim is on 17. Sapan has scored 15. Daniel is on 13. And Mihir has scored 6 points. Last round. First one for Mihir, whose 1976 hit One Piece at a Time, a bit of break in the tradition of musicians favoring pink Cadillacs, recounts the fictional tale of a GM assembly line worker from Tennessee, whose life goal is to build a new black Cadillac completely out of parts smuggled out in his lunchbox, one piece at a time. This actual 4973 Cadillac was built to honor the hit.
Is it Bruce Springsteen?
Not Bruce Springsteen. Jim.
Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash, indeed.
Johnny
Very
Cash.
well answered. Johnny Cash is right.
Good one.
Next one. Alan Scott, Hal Jordan, Guy Gardner, John Stewart, the first African American, and Jessica Cruz, the first female, are some of the holders of which superhero moniker. In the image, you see Ryan Reynolds playing the hero in a truly dreadful film adaptation.
Is it the Green Hornet?
Not the Green Hornet. Daniel.
The Green Lantern.
The Green Lantern.
Lantern.
That's the answer. Sorry, they're here again. Green Lantern is correct. First one for Jim now. In 2021, Pantone partnered with which city to create a unique shade of green that is identified with electric trams used in this city? The city has used electric trams since 1904 and operates the largest fleet of double-decker trams in the world.
Boy. Manchester.
Not Manchester. Sapan.
Us.
Daniel.
Us.
Mihir.
Is it Hong Kong?
That's one heck of an answer. Superb answer there.
Super.
Hong Kong
Very
is
good.
Indeed
Very
correct.
good knowledge. That's fantastic.
Brilliant answer there. Mihir. That is Hong Kong. Next one for Jim again. The title of which TV series of the 2010s was described by its creator as the one you will find on every wall, on every desk, in the palm of every hand, the cold, shiny screen of a TV, a monitor, a smartphone. The first episode of the series was the yearly present of the national anthem. Last time. Last
West
five.
Wing.
Not West Wing. Sapan.
Black Mirror.
Indeed, the Black Mirror. That is the correct answer.
Yeah.
Nice steal there. And Sapan, your first one for this round is this. The Black Paintings is the English name for a group of 14 paintings completed between 1819 and 1823 by which artist, portraying intense, haunting themes reflective of both his fear of insanity and his bleak outlook on humanity after the Napoleonic Wars. The artist painted them in a house outside Madrid called Quinta del Sordo, or Deaf Man's Villa. Seen in the image is which is Sabat, one from the set. Last 10 seconds.
Rembrandt.
Not Rembrandt. Daniel.
Degas.
Not Degas either. Jim.
Goya.
Who else but Francisco Goya? Perfect
Yes,
answer.
of course.
Again, I Spanish artist. I was thinking of it, and I said no. It didn't. Oh my god.
Same.
All right.
Well done.
Your last direct of the quiz, in fact, is this, Sapan. Both this comic character and the superhero Shazam, Captain Marvel, get their powers on saying the magic word Shazam. While in the latter's case, Shazam is an acronym of the names of 6 wizards. In the case of the former, it is an acronym found by 6 Egyptian gods. Which anti-hero, to be played by Dwayne Johnson in 2022, is this?
I think it's Black Adam.
It is the right answer. Correct. Black Adam is right. Last 2 questions of the quiz. First one for Daniel. It was the first show run by Shonda Rhimes with spin-offs titled Station 19 and Private Practice. Which iconic show, which follows the lives of those at the fictional Seattle Grace Hospital and is named as an allusion to an 1858 textbook, is this?
Grey's Anatomy.
Is the right answer. Very well done. And we come to the last question of the quiz. Hope everyone enjoyed this. And here we go.
Yes, thank you.
On 25th April 1982, India's national broadcaster Doordarshan started the test run of India's first color telecast. Few months later, what event in Delhi became the first sports event to be completely broadcast in color in India? Last 10 seconds.
Ooh, test match cricket.
Not test match cricket. Mihir.
No.
This is the 1982 Asian Games.
Perfect answer. This is the 1982 Asian Games. And with this, we come to the end. Congratulations to Jim and Sapan for
Well done. Well done.
coming first and
Thank you.
second. Excellent
Wonderful.
answering by Daniel as well. And also Mihir gave some excellent answers, especially Hong Kong for his 8 points. Well done, everyone.
Tough game,
Great.
guys. Well done.
Okay.
Brilliant stuff, guys. Great game. Yeah, great
Yeah.
game.
Yes.
Really enjoyed that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for reading.
Yeah.
Thank you,
so
everyone.
much.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers. Bye.
Cheers.
Best of luck for the
Thank
game.
you. Thanks very much.
Bye.
Bye.